Hey collective, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. Alright y'all, today I know the setup is a little different. No bright light. I am actually, I don't know, I feel really tired. So I don't know if my body just needs me to rest, but I still wanted to make sure I, recorded and uploaded the next 72-hour energy. I feel like this reading is not necessarily guiding me to tap into someone else's, like your person's current feelings. I'm more so being guided to just read whatever is coming through for the next 72. Because I feel like there's something outside of your person that is trying to, a message outside of your person that needs to come through. So, with that being said, collective, this is a general reading. So if it does not resonate, don't force a shoe to fit. There'll be more readings to come. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for joining the team. I truly appreciate y'all. I do. For some of you, I feel like this weekend, I don't know if you feel like you need to slow down a little bit, do some self-love, self-care. I just heard meditation, isolation, maybe. I'm seeing the Hermit in my third eye, Virgo energy, could be significant. I feel like, y'all have been moving a lot. I just heard exercising a lot. When I see the Ten of Pentacles, not the Ten of Pentacles. Well, you could be working a lot. Like you're trying to focus on generational wealth, long term. I just heard term comfort. So somebody could just be breaking their back now just so they can have, they can live comfortably later. But I do feel like someone has been overdoing it, or you could be overdoing it, collective. There's a need to like sit down. Somebody's been on the go. I just heard. This is like my back pain, right? Like somebody, like now you've been doing so much that now your body is like talking to you. Like you need to sit down for a little bit. So I am picking up self-care, self-love, pamper. I just heard, look, something about someone's back pain, and the pain and back could be significant. All right, what's going on with the collective? I knew the lights were, for some reason, I didn't feel like having the bright light first. So I just heard red light therapy for some of you. Something about the color red. So the root chakra could be significant. There's something about your foundation. I just heard scarcity, lack mindset, insecurity, addictions, things like that could be coming up to the surface. You feel bored. You feel just, you want to kind of move. Yeah, you're just not in it right now. You're just over it. And I think it's because we need some TLC. We need a little bit of TLC. Okay. The Strength, Leo energy, and then the Emperor. So yeah, for some of you, you could be like working hard because you're ready to, it's like you've been building this empire, right? Something about the color red. I just said he's wearing a red, what is it? Cape? Gown? Whatever this is. I don't know. Okay. I'm just getting so many messages right now. These are two major, like very masculine energies, right? Very like assertive, confident, outgoing, just push. I keep hearing go, push. It's like someone's been consistently going because they're like building this empire, Something about your pride and ego could also be coming up, collective. So for some of you, it's almost like, I just heard ego lift. Yeah, somebody's ego could be getting in the way, or it's your body is showing up, like it's showing up in your body where maybe there's certain parts of it that hurt or are in pain. Whew. I feel okay. I also feel like my heart chakra kind of I said tensing up. Is that what I want to say? There could be a lot of emotional release too, collective, this weekend, the next 72, that causes you to heal something about your, I don't know, I just heard overactive ego. I promise y'all, I'm just delivering a message. I this sounds like a little bit of an ass whooping by the divine, like somebody being forced to take several seats. I just heard sit the fuck down, but okay. Downward facing dog. Somebody needs to do some yoga. I didn't. That came through because of the lion doing the little, I'm just channeling a lot. And look, yeah. So something about you grounding. So meditation, spending time near a tree or trees or out in nature could be significant. It's like somebody could be going through death and rebirth. A lot of masculine energy, so it could be somebody balancing out their masculine energy, like bringing in some of that softness into the, yeah, I just said your heart chakra. Look, I know what I was feeling. Yeah, I feel like for some of you there's also a need to massage your chest, and I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like it works. I've tried it. I promise I've tried it. I'm not gonna tell you to do something. I was gonna say for some of you could have experienced a lot of loss, hurt, pain. So there could be something coming up with emotions and healing of the heart. So when I say massage the chest, it's because it's like, you know how you sometimes like hit something, like, or like you hit yourself and the first thing you want to do is apply pressure to it. Or like if it's a cut, the first thing you want to do is apply pressure so you stop the bleeding. Same thing I feel like with our hearts. I feel like, I kind of want to cry. I kind of want to cry. Massaging the heart is almost like applying the pressure on the heart to like not stop the pain, but acknowledge it and let it pass through or go through us instead of like holding it in. Also acknowledge, I want to cry. Oh, collective. A lot of red here. So you could, wearing red could be, or somebody's color could be red, favorite color could be red, or wearing the color red could help the healing process. But yeah. Somebody could have really experienced a lot of loss, endings. So there's a lot of transformation and changes. Okay, what else? Next 72. My goodness, collective. Okay, more red, like I said. So the next 72 hours, collective, there is a need for you to like unwind, especially your thoughts. I feel like someone is it's like someone has a big role, right? Or that someone feels like they have big shoes to fill. Something about a father or father figure could be significant. Grandfather as well, like an elder. But it just feels like there's something about you overthinking a situation or overanalyzing, allowing your role to almost, I just heard overtake you, like suck you in. Like, yes, the emperor has, a lot of power. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with the emperor or being the emperor. And I feel like sometimes because you feel like the weight of the world is literally on your shoulders, that's probably why you could be experiencing back pain, Um, it's almost like you kind of forgot about yourself because you're constantly thinking of how to fix or change or show up for other people, when in now right now could be a season where you need to show that love to yourself. For some of you, you're having to walk away and emotionally detach from, I don't know, maybe for some of you, inner child wounds. Okay, this is another deep message, but here we go. For some of you, inner child wounds, the Page of Cups is here. It's like you're entering a new phase of your life, collective. It more wiser, more mature, and it's requiring for you to step into this. For you to step into this new role, there's a need to forgive and heal your past, your childhood. And that can also be creating a lot of emotions and a lot of pain and a lot of wounds to be coming up to the surface. So heavy on the massaging the chest and the heart and showing the heart some love. I sometimes like beat on my chest, like I follow the beat of my heart. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like when I find that beat, it helps the tears run, but then they go away because it's like I'm aligning with the beat of my heart. Oh, collective. I hate when y'all do this. I hate when y'all do this. I just feel like you could be going through a lot of release in the next 72. My goodness. Hold on. Okay, I had to go get myself together. Okay? I had to walk away for a second and get myself together, because y'all are not about to have me do this whole dramatic whatever on camera. But it just feels like, yeah, like you're literally setting yourself free from a lot of past hurt and deception and deceit and pain and just everything. Because I see the Temperance here. So there's a lot of balance coming in, harmony, peace, finding a good balance between the feminine and the masculine energy, right? Knowing when to go hard, but also knowing when to sit your ass down and love on yourself a little bit. I feel like I'm talking to a collective that's finding a good balance between both the masculine and the feminine energy. And as I say that, the Empress pops out. Literally what I just said out my mouth. Learning a balance between the masculine and feminine energy. These two symbolize the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It could be a man and a woman, but it's just the energy itself. Also, like all of these two cards, it's, learning the law of attraction and how that works, how manifestation works. Having that dreamer mentality and that nurturing, that caring and that pampering, but also knowing when to get to working, get to moving, being assertive and confident with those dreams, right? And this is with everything and anything. Again, finding a good balance, because you now understand that a successful empire can only be ran with both energies, both the masculine and the feminine. For some of you in the next 72, there could be a lot of healing happening with family members, especially both the masculine side of the family and the feminine side of the family. Both mother and father, grandmother, grandparents, grandfather. I feel like there's a lot of healing going on right now, whether it is within you, collective, or around you. I don't know, it just feels really, really good. Really good. A lot of okay, well, it just feels like, yes, a lot of pain, right? Emotional pain, but also release, acceptance and release. um I love this. I do. Okay, let me get one more. The next 72 for the collective. Yeah, I said something about family, like you working on um long-term, like generational wealth, long-term commitment. This could even be you know, finding a good balance. If you're already married, because the Empress and the Emperor are a married couple, this is like both energies coming together and putting their egos aside, and finally working together to build this, peace, long-term comfort. Like, I think I said Ten of Pentacles earlier. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember. Um, investments growing, tending. It just feels like a good balance of emotional fulfillment as well as financial, material success. Whew, this feels good. Real good. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to get some more. I don't even know if I should clarify, but I'm going to clarify some of this energy, see, just so I can get just a little bit more insight on what this is. It feels heavy, collective. It really, really does, but in a good way. Like, I feel like there will be a lot of release going on in the next 72 hours. And a lot of growth and expansion within yourself. And then also, it just feels like around you. It almost feels like the more you heal yourself, the more that others around you pick up on that energy, and they also want to do the work. They also want to invest. They see the light coming out of you. So it's like, or they see the light that you pour into them. So they want to be able to do the same to you or for you. This feels really good. I just heard the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I'm just looking at this pentacle down here, and it's close to the bush right here. So it just feels like, I don't know, maybe you're finding a good balance between the good things that you acquired from your mother's side of the family and your father's side of the family, and you're seeing how those things have made you who you are today, but you're choosing to take the things that make you I can't even look at the camera so much today because I'm gonna cry. Like, y'all have me about to cry. It's just, you're realizing, like, your self-worth, your value, everything that you have to offer, because you've had people, or maybe something about your ancestors as well. Like, you're realizing that you come from a bloodline that created a fucking beast. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like along the way you may have lost sight of that with this Eight of Swords. Maybe because, again, a lot of emotional baggage. But I feel like with that release comes groundedness, right? Like, releasing that emotional baggage brings that security again, and the understanding of who you are, your self-identity, and accepting every part of yourself, like your weaknesses and your strengths, right? Because you know what I was thinking about the other day, and I'm sorry, might get a little sidetracked, but I understand that as a Virgo, one of my some of my flaws are, we tend to be perfectionists, and we also tend to be judgmental and overcritical. But although we don't necessarily mean to hurt people with how we view things, right? Because we just feel like there's always a better way. There's always room for growth. There's always room for expansion. There's always room to just be better, right? although for someone that's not ready for that energy could view it as like, again, judgmental, or like I'm being critical or criticizing, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but my employers, all of my employers, people who I've worked for, love those qualities about me. They love that I was a perfectionist. They love that, when I judged a situation, like, if this is not right, there must be a better way to do it. It wasn't like I'm judging because, I think I'm better. I'm judging because we can do this better. We, like me included. You know what I'm saying? So although it could be a flaw, I understand that now those particular flaws, with balance and control and self-control and self-awareness, it could be beneficial for my friendships and my relationships, right? I can always find ways where, okay, that even my flaws somehow push people to pull themselves out of situations. So it's just a matter of you learning that even with your weaknesses, even with your flaws, even with your insecurities, you're still someone of value. Like, you still have something to bring to the table. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense, or if if it, like, correlates with the message that I'm trying to get through. I just feel like someone in my collective, or some of my collective, is really finding that balance between the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy, and having that inner peace, right, with both. Not being too much of something, or not being too much of someone. I don't know. That made sense in my head. I'm sorry. I hope that made sense to somebody else. Alright, let me get a little bit more clarity for my collective, and let me shut the fuck up, because what else? For the next 72, what is the Emperor with the 8 of Swords? Exactly, the 5 of Pentacles. So for some of you, scarcity mindset was a thing. Lack mindset, maybe the masculine energies, or the father figures, or the men, I guess. Is that how I want to say it? That served as examples in your life were men who were either masculine, or men that felt like they had to work all the time. Work, overwork. If you're not working, then you're slacking. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, and work it looks in so many different ways, right? I feel like, again, pampering yourself, it might not be work that brings that, you could get paid for, but that energy you get from pampering yourself is that energy that you could turn around and have to pour into your projects, your ideas. I feel like for some of you were overworking so much that it left no time to literally pour into yourself, your health. For some of you, somebody could be experiencing some sort of something with their head. Mental health could be significant. Somebody could be experiencing headaches. There's like I just heard some sort of medical condition, or somebody could have found out that there's like some sort of illness here. Somebody could be, you could have been experiencing financial instability, and it's like that you're realizing, I feel like in the next 72 hours, that the financial instability, or the thought of like working from a place of lack, has pushed you to overexert, overextend, overwork. And it was all because it kind of just all goes you know, back to knowing your worth, right? Knowing, I just got something like a little pain in my head. So someone could really be having like headaches or, um, yeah. What else? The next 72. The two of, what is this, wands? I'm using a new deck. The two of wands. This is a planner. This is a strategizer. This is a decision making. This is, I'm hearing balance again with the two of wands. This is like someone realizing, again, tapping into self, like your power, right? Understanding, again, understanding the power between the feminine energy and the masculine energy, and understanding that having to sit down doesn't make you weak, having to cry doesn't make you weak, having to purge and, you know, just relax is not weakness. If anything, this is when ideas come to you. This is when you channel so many things during silence and stillness. So for some of you, I feel like the next 72 hours, you like sitting still is going to be very beneficial for your mental health. If you've been experiencing money, like instability with your money or your finances, sitting down can help you process those emotions and then think clearly, especially like coming up with some sort of plan. Because yeah, look, the Ace of Wands is here. So it's almost like this, taking that time will be able to clear things up enough so that you can continue on with the journey, but in a more renewed, I just heard reinvention. I think I just saw that card yesterday or the day before, but it's coming up in my third eye. So it's just you're coming out of this more passionate, right? With more, a lot of fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are showing up here. Taurus energy as well. I don't know if I said Leo. A lot of Aries, strong Aries. I just heard some of you could have an Aries North Node. Look, here's the Emperor again. And then the Two of Cups. For some of you, this could have to do with stepping into like a higher level of commitment, right? Like a marriage or I don't know. I just heard contract, like a contract. So. Oh, look, and then we have the Star. No, this is not the Star. This is, sorry, the Empress. Oh my goodness. At the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck, the Emperor and the Empress. And we have them on the table, y'all. And it's like, what's so crazy is, okay, for some of you, this is a relationship. Like you're thinking about long-term goals. Like actually getting serious about building an empire. It's like I just heard someone's growing up. Someone's growing up. I'm also getting Libra, the 7th house. Okay, what else? Sorry, y'all. I'm getting so much that, like, I feel a lot of the emotion in this, but I also feel like the growth. So I'm almost like out of breath. Like that's why I feel like I didn't want the lights. I didn't want nothing bright because I feel I need to things are like calm, like they're calming down right now, especially after a period of juggling so much. Two of Pentacles came out sideways. So it's almost like you're just putting shit down. Like just put it down for a little bit so you can through whatever it is that's coming up to the surface. Like right now, stop working, stop moving. If you run a business, it can wait. Like it can wait, because if you don't take care of yourself, it's only because you're functioning out of a lack mentality, right? You're already provided for, you're already looked after. Right now, I guess in the next 72 hours, it's important to prioritize yourself, your health, your emotional health. For some of you, both your emotional and your mental health, because the Eight of Swords is here as well. The red symbolizes power. Something about blood could be very significant as well, like blood flow. Blood flow could be.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I don't know. That was. I don't even want to say her name. I mean, I think I said her name. Anyway. Yeah, I'm getting something about blood flow as well. The blood pressure or something. Maybe that's why the headaches. Okay. What else? Let me just get one more. The next 72 for the collective. The Ten of Cups. Exactly. I mean, y'all have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This is like literally heaven on earth. This is what y'all are building. This is what you have possibly already built, but there's a need for you to sit down and look around and enjoy it. For some of you, you could be doubting or wondering if your investment is going to grow to this, emotional fulfillment, generational wealth. And it is. I mean, you literally have the Empress and Emperor showing up. That is a power couple. This is both individuals meeting each other or being in something together, knowing that you have literally everything you need to be able to overcome and make it through whatever it is. But there is someone here, I feel like you're coming out of your head and you're realizing that this is what you're surrounded by, or this is what you already have access to, because I feel like with, again, the infinity symbol being here, it reminds me of the Magician, as above so below. The Empress is also the one that's holding that lion's mouth. She's the one taming the ego. So it's like there's a feminine collective in your life that helps you either tame your ego. I feel like I might be talking to a masculine because I'm getting a lot of red. But if it's you, collective, if you, it's vice versa. It's like either someone's teaching you how to be more outgoing or more assertive, and they're helping you build your it's like y'all are helping each other build this emotion, this long-term success, this long-term, I was about to say long-term commitment. So I don't know if there's like I just heard integration. Like there's two different, how can I put it? How do I want to say it? Like, I don't know if you, collective, have built something on your own, and then you meet someone else later along the way that has already built something for themselves as well, and now you guys come together because you guys didn't show up. You're not showing up like on the same, I want to say timeline. I don't know why I said that. But I feel like there's something coming together. Like you guys are integrating. You're finally realizing that you guys have come into your life for this reason, to help each other out, to help each other balance something out. I don't know if I explained that correctly. It's like you, I don't know. Even if this is a long-term commitment, like you guys were married, you know, and you've been married for, I don't know, years, it's like there could have been something along the way in y'all's journey, in your path, right? That at some point you guys couldn't get it together, you couldn't get on the same page. There was like, you do this and I do this, and now it's like you guys are learning to work with each other's strengths and weaknesses. If you're just meeting someone, it just feels like they've already built an empire, you've already built an empire, you might have children, this person could have also have children, and you guys are merging, right? You're coming together and you can build this empire together. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. Look, and then the Ten of Pentacles again. I love this. I love this. For some of you, there is a need. There, I see the devil here showing up, Capricorn energy with the Four of Wands. There could be, like I said, addictions, temptations coming up to the surface, but I feel like there is this, again, leaning on a support system, leaning on, there's, like I said, there's this feminine energy around you that's helping you bring things back into balance. Wow. Okay, collective. I mean, I'm sending love because I know this could, again, it could be a time of a lot of emotional release, but I also feel like, sorry y'all, kids are here for the summer, but where'd I leave off? I don't know, I can't remember. Something about emotional release. But yes, in the next 72 hours, be nice to yourself. Take care of yourself, collective. Don't overdo it. Don't overexert. Let me pull one of these self-care cards. Look, something about spending time with family, maybe mother, maybe father, grandfather, grandmother. Something about that. Maybe for some of you, you're talking or getting closer to like the elders in your family, maybe even your ancestors, people that have passed on, that help you heal certain wounds, or you know, help you heal certain things. Or I just heard questions. I don't know if some of you have questions that you need answered. So I feel like the next 72 is going to be very healing. I'll put it that way. All right, y'all. I feel like that's all I have. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Again, thank y'all so much for the support, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.